Oh, Konta. Let's fool around with some famous buildings. Today we're talking about
Guys, India is not for beginners.
the Indian Institute of Management Ahmedabad, designed by Kahn, which is one of those projects architects love to talk about, and students just quietly suffer inside. Completed in 1974, just after Kahn died in New York City, the campus stands as one of his most influential works. Sadly enough, he never got to see it finished. The institute stands in Ahmedabad, India, deliberately placed away from the chaos of the city. It's not peaceful in a romantic way, more like you're here to study, there's nothing else to do anyway. The architecture is immediately recognizable: massive exposed brick walls, perfect geometric cutouts, arches, circles carved into squares. Basically a masterclass in making bricks feel philosophical. But this wasn't just about aesthetics. Kahn was brought in during the early 1960s after Indian industrialists working with Harvard Business School wanted to create a new kind of institution. He was approached by an admiring Indian architect, Balkrishna Doshi, hopefully I said this guy's name correctly, who later took over the project after Kahn's death, to design the 60-acre campus. The concept for the building needed to allow for less passive lectures, more discussion, debate, participation. In other words, less sleeping in class. And Kahn took the idea personally. He didn't just design classrooms. He questioned whether classrooms should even be the center of learning. Instead, he spread the learning across the entire campus. Corridors, plazas, courtyards, spaces where students accidentally learn while pretending to take a break. Because let's be honest, most important discussions don't happen inside lecture halls anyway. The campus layout reflects that thinking. It's organized around courtyards, creating a network of spaces that force interactions. You don't just go from point A to B. You pass through light, shadow, heat, and other people's opinions. And then there's the climate. Ahmedabad is hot. Not nice summer day hot, more like why is the sun this aggressive hot? Kahn responded with thick brick walls, deep openings, and those iconic geometric cutouts. They're not just for looks. These massive circular and arched voids act as light filters and ventilation systems. They reduce direct sunlight, allow air to move through the building via their orientation, and create shaded spaces that are actually usable. These shaded places also place with shadows nicely, giving you the building's iconic high contrast look. So while it looks monumental, it's also quietly doing environmental work. No dramatic tech, just physics and good decisions. The materials play a big role in that. Kahn stuck to local brick and concrete. No unnecessary imports, no flashy finishes, just honest materials doing their job. Which also means the building ages like it's meant to. No hiding behind paint, every stain, every weathered mark, it all stays visible. Kind of like a permanent record of time passing.
You ugly bastard. You're getting old. Old and kinda sad.
The design language pulls from Indian traditions without copying them directly. The geometric patterns echo historical architecture, but they're abstracted, simplified into something more modern. So it feels familiar but not nostalgic, respectful but not decorative. And then there's the scale. The buildings feel heavy, not oppressive, but definitely not trying to be friendly either. It's architecture that expects something from you. You don't just walk through it, you experience it whether you want to or not, which fits the whole elite institution thing. Over time, the campus became more than just a school. It turned into a model for how architecture can shape behavior, not by forcing it, but by making certain interactions inevitable. You will walk through the courtyard, you will run into people, you will have conversations you didn't plan to have, whether you like it or not, and in the end, the Institute of Management Ahmedabad isn't just a collection of buildings. It's a system, one that blends climate response, cultural context, and educational philosophy into something that still feels relevant today. And like most of Kahn's work, it doesn't try too hard to impress you. It just quietly stands there, made of brick, geometry, and a slightly uncomfortable amount of hints waiting for you to figure it out. Anyway, I hope I gave you guys an appreciation for walls with holes in them, and thank you for watching. Till next time.